Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video with me today. I'm going to talk about stalking, and more so with people that have borderline personality disorder, how they tend to stalk, what it looks like, what you can do. I'm not going to get into, and this is going to be a short video, and I'm not going to get into statistics and all this stuff. I'll read a brief definition of stalking, because I'm also talking about, biggest thing is obsession, smear campaigns, stuff like this. Stalking is unwanted and/or repeated surveillance or contact by an individual or group toward another person. It's interrelated to harassment and intimidation. A lot of you guys have been with me a long time. A lot of you guys know that I've had people stalking me and definitely had someone make videos about me, 100, 200 videos over 7 years. About every detail of what I'm doing in my videos, commenting under the videos, stalking me on different platforms, trying to contact people in my life, and then make up fake people in my life, but claims that's not stalking. It is. It's repeated, unwanted surveillance, attention, contact. Yeah. Unwanted attention is harassment. But so, and also just the last thing, probably everyone may have been stalked, especially online nowadays. People looking at your account a lot, but don't talk to you, never met you, don't know someone who knows you, or can't get over a relationship, friendship, lovers, whatever, divorced, can't heal from it, stalking, watching. And so I'm not, obviously some people stalk people they don't know, try and get into their lives and stuff like this. Some people stalk for different reasons, but I'm talking about someone with borderline personality disorder. After a relationship has ended, you ended it, they ended it, and they keep stalking you. And it's about obsession. This is what we're talking about. And it doesn't matter if they have a vendetta to try to ruin your life. I mean, it does matter, but just as far as it's just all obsession. Doesn't matter if they're claiming that they're exposing you and telling everyone you're a narcissist. It doesn't matter if they just can't, quite accept that the relationship is over and they lost you. It doesn't matter if they're pretending that they're worried or concerned about you. It's obsession. It's obsession. And if I'm going to obsess, because everything people do takes space and time in their lives, and we all have the same amount. So if I'm going to spend any space and time on someone not in my life currently, that's weird. And if I'm doing that, I don't have a life, I don't like my life. One of the two, combination of both. You talk about like a pre-teenager that has idols. Most 40-year-olds don't have idols. Right? We may be a fan of someone's work, but we don't have crushes on people we don't know, unattainable people, like borderlines. Obsession. Here's just some components of obsession. Don't have to have all these, just some components. We have usually rumination, obsessive thoughts after a traumatic relationship has ended and we don't know everything, quite understand that happened, and it just, it took up a lot of space and time. It's gone. Now there's a void. How do I fill this void? And we have obsessive thoughts. So everybody maybe watching this video can understand obsession a little bit. Yeah. But here's just some components. Don't know yourself. Shame. Can't look at yourself. Hurts. Traumatized. No life. That's a very important one. No life. I'll have clients tend to keep obsessing on their aggressor, their abuser, and they haven't talked to them for like 6 months, and they still just can't answer some of their own simple questions and stuff. And it's hard for them to kind of move forward still. And it's like, well, we need to focus on our life and kind of do something, I'm not saying work, let's, if you don't want to work or you don't have to, you don't need to, but what are we going to do with our time and our space for ourselves? And usually if we're still obsessing on somebody for a lot, we're not really doing, at least not what we want, what we like. not accepting person, envious, hatred and anger, psychological splitting, leading to possibly delusional thinking, perceived thoughts about somebody that might not be even true, borderline splitting, saying you're the most evil person in the world. I can't believe I just was with the devil. I'm going to go look at their picture again. That's the devil. That's what the devil looks like. All of that I just read sounds like a borderline, doesn't it? And a preteen who idolizes people who doesn't know who they are, who doesn't have a life, not control over their life. If you have someone, if the borderline that was in your life, I should say, was very controlling, which is a very, very typical thing, behaviors. Oh, and I didn't say not all. Disclaimer, not all borderlines do any of these things. Okay? Shoot, I'm going to get it. I don't care. Controlling. Borderlines typically are very controlling. Anybody who's controlling, you know, it's dehumanizing, it's all this stuff, but it's neglectful, and it's narcissistic. But I have no control over my life. I can't manage my life. I can't accept, and be agreeable with you, and that you have some of your life and all this, and meet you halfway, and know that I can't have what I want from you sometimes, and sometimes I can't. No. I can't control my life. I can't manage my life. Therefore, I will control yours. Classic codependent behaviors. I try to control your life and tell you what you should do, and you tell me what I should do, but we're really not going to ever fix nothing or do anything. Can't manage their own life. Did they control you? Because, and how you know a borderline controls, they control by baiting. They accuse, they fear, they threaten, they use compassion and empathy and pity me and victim and all these things to control your emotions and how you feel. And here's a smear campaign. I no longer can control you, so I will control the opinions and the emotions and feelings of the people around you. I will make your boss not trust you. I will make your best friend hate you. I will make these people that you hang out with, whatever, so your coworkers or something, think you're the worst and nastiest person in the world. I will get to their emotions. I will make up lies and accusations, and I'm trying to control the people around you. That's the smear campaign. And if they can't control the people around you, they may continue to stalk you. They may continue to check on your social medias and stuff like this. It's a good idea after relationships with toxic people to not play the game like, hey, my life is great now, and I think it's over now, and with this extremely toxic, jealous, envious, insecure, obsessed person, and I'm just going to post my life on Facebook and let them know, or I don't really care if they know, or I'm doing it on purpose. It's good to, not let them see you. So someone who is obsessive, like most common borderlines are, the more, it's like they can't heal already. They can't introspect and begin healing, which is closer to acceptance. They can't accept things. They keep trying to control things. If they can't control you and the people around you, they will smear you. And if they're not smearing you, they will stalk you. If the smearing doesn't work, making up lies, they will stalk you and stalk you and stalk you. And they can't introspect because they have shame and hate themselves. You can tell how someone feels about themselves when you show them a mirror. Not a literal figuratively, a mirror. When you tell them something they did that was wrong or a failure or you didn't like. When, they have to introspect, look at themselves, apologize, take inventory. That's their reaction to that. Oh, whatever, it's your fault. Or, I hate you, screw you, gross, cry. It's how they feel about themselves. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. They're in bad company when they're with themselves. They hate themselves. And this makes acceptance very difficult, if not impossible. And so they may watch and see what you're doing and stalking you. But when it comes back to obsession, it's going to be hard for them to heal anyway, or even try to accept that the relationship is over if they live next door to you, which heard it before, and they sit there and watch you go in and out every day. If they work with you, they work with you. If you know what I mean, you're not just going to be friends and things like that. It's got to be cut off, gone, done. And we don't want them to see us and hear from us. If someone that keeps obsessively calling you, anyone, right? In high school, I had a girl that called me, 27 times a day for 4 years. It's not going to help to answer the phone. It's not going to help to keep talking to them. It's not going to help, you know what I mean? To keep giving what they want, like a reward. So we don't want to talk to them. We don't want to respond and reply and write letters and send them photos and give them emotional reactions to things and have them come over once in a while. I mean, it's not okay to even have a line to me, probably. And we don't want them to see what we're doing on social media. And now that we have, here's pictures of my children that are getting older that they knew. And here's, my new boyfriend or girlfriend, or here's new friends I have. Here's, I'm going to this place and to that place and I'm having so much fun. And here's my meal that I'm eating. No, nothing. Dead. Crickets. Crickets, you better turn it off. Better turn it off. And so we want the obsession to stop. And so we don't want people to say anything to them about us. We just don't want anything. We want them to have a life. We want them to get a job. I mean, these are people who are unstable, who can't keep a job very well sometimes. The higher spectrum, lower functioning, not all, can't keep a job. Can't keep relationships. I mean, they'll lose their job and their best friend and someone else close to them, and, all in the same month, every month, and it's devastating. And so we want them to have a life. We want them to get that job finally. We want them to get a new boyfriend. That's a good thing. Yeah, new boyfriend, new girlfriend. Good. Not see what we're doing, not hear about us. And we do too. We need to not hear about them and see what they're doing either, guys. Okay? If you guys are checking on them, I understand. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? What do you want from it? What are you trying to find or see? If it's, a very common one I get is, I need to know what they're doing to be safe and be careful. Okay, what are you exactly afraid of them doing? Take preventative measures, but you have no control. You can't control them. Have somebody else check for you. Tell people not to tell you things anyways and stuff unless it's something life-threatening you need to know. But how does it feel when you go look? It feels like shit. Stop doing it. The obsession, there's kind of some marks here. Usually borderlines will stop, within 1 to 3 months, we hope. And it very typically can go on to 6 months. We hope it stops after 6 months. If it doesn't, it could get pretty ugly. And then almost always it stops within 2 years. The ones that continue past 2 years, it never stops. That's really some hardcore statistics I've seen. And this is something I learned a couple years ago or so, and I just realized it'd be good if I had the link to that statistic. But I've read it. I've seen it. It's kind of scary. Life. And I've, doing this and helping people with these kinds of things, I've heard of, 27 years later, the borderline contacts you again. And they know all about you from different social medias, maybe stalking in person. They know everything about you. Scary. So be prepared for the Hoover. Like I said, we may have all been stalked. Be careful what you guys post online. Be very, very careful. I see some amazing things sometimes. Don't post online that you're on vacation or you're going on vacation. Don't post that you're somewhere else besides home. Don't post that you're at home. Don't post that you're by yourself. Don't post that you're with other people. Don't post things for other people to see and gather more information about you. Okay, be careful. Probably everybody has been stalked for whatever reasons. Tons of different reasons. But it's hard. It can be very difficult to end relationships with borderline unless they've split on you for the last final time. And they believe you're the worst person in the world and they just need to stay away from you. And they're right on to somebody else. And you don't have this object permanence, constancy. They almost start to forget about you. Not healed. forget. They idealize relationships extremely, and maybe they're upset that it didn't work out between you guys. It's hard to accept, and they're still idealizing the relationship they could have had with you, and they keep checking on you. Maybe they just don't have a life at all. Let me know what you guys think. Ask questions, share your own experiences. I'd really appreciate that. Appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you want coaching, daviddemars.com. Love yourself first, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.